Hi guys, it's Buzz Weekly. I'm Adam Coombs.
I'm Ben Hagedorn.
Today's date is September... I don't know the date.
You know the date? I've got an app for that.
Oh, fantastic.
It's actually just one click away, and it's the 24th of
Dude,
September.
Wow.
Yeah?
That phone
These things,
is ancient.
Dude, it takes pictures, you can text, you can call. It's no big deal.
Fair enough.
No big deal.
All right, so this week we're going to be talking about Zuckerberg. We're going to be talking about, he made a big donation actually. We're going to be talking about Blockbuster. They filed for bankruptcy this week. Pretty insane.
It's a sad day.
And it's the fall TV season, so there's all sorts of cool TV shows.
So it's not that bad.
No.
There's good news and bad news.
There's good news and bad news.
Yep.
So let's kick it off with the Zucks. People call them the Zucks, I hear. Anyway, so this guy, okay, you got The Social Network coming out next week.
Yeah.
Big movie about Facebook. He's not exactly seen in the best light, from
I heard
what
that.
I hear.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet, so
yeah.
I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing. And there's some speculation that he's been trying to kind of, help his image a little bit. He's actually just been handing out money. He came by our office. He was handing out money.
Yeah, I saw him earlier.
Thanks, Mr. Zuckerberg.
Yeah, see, he only gave him like $11,
Uh-huh.
but I think he made a pretty sizable donation to a school in New Jersey, right?
Yeah,
or a school system in
he
New
did.
Jersey.
He gave a school system in Newark, New Jersey. He gave them $100 million.
Yeah.
That is a lot of cash. This guy
That's gonna
is
buy
loaded.
you. That's gonna buy you a lot of goodwill.
I agree. So I think his reputation is.
But let's look at the numbers, though.
We got
what
look
does
at the
Social
numbers.
Radar say?
Okay, so very interesting. Actually, we did a little bit of research right before they made this announcement that he made this donation, or he's officially making the announcement on Oprah. So, but there's already buzz about it, right? So before this announcement, his negativity was about 41%, positivity about 57%. All right.
Oof. Yeah.
After this announcement, his positivity skyrockets up to 83%, negativity at 13%.
Wow, 13%.
Yeah.
So it does show us there's still some mixed conversations in there, but wow, what a difference
Yeah.
$100 million makes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Blockbuster Video, wow, what a difference.
I'm surprised that you remember this. This was actually from the 90s. We were talking about this before we started recording, and he broke that out in song, and I thought, who remembers that? So for those of you out there who don't remember, this is the video.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
And unfortunately, even though they had great marketing in the 90s, wow, what a difference Netflix makes as they are declaring bankruptcy.
That's
week.
a good point. So Netflix actually just this week announced that they are launching in Canada.
Yep.
Big deal.
Big deal for Netflix.
That's a whole new market for them. And so they're just kicking ass now. I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyway, we wanted to see now the unfortunate part about Blockbuster filing for bankruptcy is my childhood memories. I feel like my memories have also filed
You'll
for
always have
bankruptcy.
that commercial, though.
Okay.
You'll always have that. They can't take that away
but
from you.
I could only find the really crappiest quality version on YouTube, so that's all I could really do.
That's what you have.
That's kind of how I see my memories, like really fuzzy and
Blockbuster
low quality.
was always kind of fuzzy and things of that
Yeah.
type. But so I'm really interested. What are people online saying?
So we wanted to research with Social Radar how much people were talking about Netflix and Redbox versus Blockbuster, because those are kind of the two main competitors for Netflix
big
now.
competitors, yeah.
And we kind of wanted to see like what that conversation was, if that was a big part of why people thought Blockbuster went bankrupt.
Sure.
Well, it turns out Netflix was mentioned in 1 in every 13 posts about Blockbuster. And Redbox was mentioned in about 1 in every 100 posts. So a lot of this content was much more focused around Netflix. I think people are kind of starting to see Netflix really kind of taking off and kind of being one of the primary factors of why Blockbuster
There's
is going
no
down.
doubt that streaming video is the next big thing.
No doubt.
Everybody's trying to get into it. Netflix is doing a pretty good job
Mm-hmm.
at opening up to as many markets as they can. A lot of interesting things going to happen in the next few years, and I like it. I think it's definitely moving in the right direction.
No doubt.
So
Okay, cool. So TV series that are a lot of them are launching this year. We got the whole fall season coming up this week. A lot of them premiered. We had some premiering last week. Still got a few left, but we wanted to kind of see the buzz around this stuff. So we made a huge chart of all of the TV shows that were being that were launching this fall, and we're going to show that on your screen right now.
Yeah, and
So
if
tell
you
me a little bit about that.
If you know me,
Yeah.
you know I don't agree with the way that Nielsen does their rankings.
I absolutely agree with you. I'm very, very frustrated with the rating system.
I think it's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
right.
It's terrible. It's
I would
so
much-
inaccurate.
Yeah. So what we did was we said, let's go ahead and compare how many viewers watch these shows versus how many people are actually talking about these
Absolutely.
shows.
Yeah.
So what you see on your screen now is going to be a breakdown of all these different shows, how much conversations they had versus how many viewers they had. So really interesting stuff here. What we see is Glee had the most conversations online at almost 3%, but they had, according to these ratings, 12 million viewers.
That's huge.
So that's a lot of viewers. But then let's compare that to like NCIS, for example, who had over 18 million viewers.
Yep.
But nobody's talking about them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Less than half of 1%. And it makes sense to me because Glee is a very original show. There's a lot to talk about. It's an interesting show. I think people are passionate about it. But you look at CSI, NCIS, these are essentially just shows that have been regurgitated season after season,
Yep.
and there's nothing new to talk about. There's
Yeah.
nothing new to talk about. People aren't that passionate about it. They just turn it on. They don't really watch or pay attention to what's happening. Because it's the same story every.
So to your point, let's talk about because I remember personally the Save Chuck campaign that happened last year.
That's a perfect example.
Right before their season started, they were really close to being cut off the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their community bound together. They started passionately, saying, "Hey, we really want Chuck to be saved." They had the Save Chuck campaign. Everyone on Twitter and Facebook was. I mean, I used to see it all the time. People talking about Save Chuck, Save Chuck. So and it worked because now it's 2 seasons after they almost canceled it, and it's still doing pretty well. They have a very big passionate audience.
Yeah, and I think that's the key, right? Is that passionate audience? They're out there. They're sharing their opinions about the show, and if they're that passionate,
Chatting
so they're
about
going
the
to generally be
storylines.
positive.
Yeah.
And really, they're encouraging more people to watch it. But if you really think about this, like I would rather have the 6 million Chuck viewers because they're so passionate and they're really into the show than the 18 million,
CSI, NCIS viewers. Yeah.
Because it's just the passionate viewers are going to be on there talking about it. They're going to be watching it. They're actually going to.
They're going to have more positive energy. They're going to be probably more willing to watch the commercials because they're actually paying attention to the show. Versus, I think maybe a lot of these other people watching CSI, NCIS maybe just be turning it on and doing some other things while they're watching it, just because they're not quite as focused on the storylines and engaged with the TV show.
Right.
So that's maybe an argument that could be had there as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's perfectly legitimate. So, interesting thing is that the number of viewers does not correlate into passion about the show.
Yeah.
They just may have it on maybe because nothing else is on, or they just know it and it's familiar and they're going to go do something else.
Absolutely.
So-
Or they're just guessing because it's the Nielsen rating system.
Or that too.
Yeah. We don't really know. All right. So, that about wraps up your week. We're going to keep an eye on the fall TV shows and see if there's maybe some more we can do with that later.
Did you have a good one, a favorite one from the week?
Ooh, man, I don't know. Cool stuff happened with the event, but it's too early to tell how cool it's going to be. But there's a lot of excitement around that show.
I'm a big House fan.
Yeah?
House and Cuddy. Good show.
Yeah,
It's a good show. I don't
absolutely.
want to give it away for anyone that maybe hasn't seen it yet. But that's your week in review. Thanks for your time today. I'm Ben Hagedorn.
Adam Coombs here. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.